Yo, what's going on? We're here again to talk about Don Tripp's new album. This is gonna be something nice and something spicy. Let's get into it.
All right, y'all. We here to talk about Don Tripp's album, Forgiveness is God's Job. All right, we're gonna rate it a 1 through 10, and let me see what y'all think about it. Los, what you think about this album, man?
I'm gonna give this album an 8. I said an 8. I might give it a give me a couple more weeks with it. I might give it a 10. I don't know. Listen, I say this thing all the time about albums that I love, and it's biasness because I love them. I have to listen to this album more and more, but I've been listening to it since it came out. But what I'm saying to this point is that some of the albums that have come out have not lived up to the name standard, meaning they have not lived up to the standard of their name. That's okay. That's cool. This album for me right now in my rotation is a top 5 album of this year. It took Cardi B off the shelf for me. I mean, put Cardi B on the shelf for me. I've been bumping this. I think I bumped Cardi one time this weekend. This right here for me go crazy. I almost put some gloves on and started getting to some real workout here. This motherfucker is talking. And it's not that bullshit talking. He talking about being a family man. He's talking about getting to the bag. He talking about being a good leader and a good father. I had to take a look at myself and say, am I a good father? Am I willing to do? He got 8 kids out here. Shout out to Don Tripp. I'm giving this an 8. But if I come back on this motherfucker, I'm giving you a 10. Don Tripp. And they sleeping on you. This is what I talk about when I said about JID. They sleeping on you because you know what I'm saying, you in Memphis. But dog, this shit, sheesh. I'm loving every minute of it. Don't no skips. No skips for me. No skips. None. Let's go. Jay, what's up?
Hey, you couldn't have said it any better. I gave the motherfucker an 8. It was definitely tight. Plus I'm a Don Tripp fan anyway, so you know what I'm saying. But you're absolutely right. It was a whole bunch of growth and development on this album here. Very, very, very put together well. Like I said, I mess with him, which I'll say pause. I mess with his music. So this was definitely, as far as me, it was definitely different. I can see where he's growing as an artist. Um, a lot of good songs on here. Walk 'em down, deposit slips, horsepower, um, a list of things to do, which was a girl song, which was really good. I liked that one. Well for or welfare. It has Starlito on there. That's a
Mm.
good song too. Welfare and the Juice shows over and Hyper, whatever the one that's got all the little dudes he rap with
Right, right. Yeah.
on it. That song was hot too. That song was really hot. So yes, I give Don Tripp a 8. Continue the good work. Shout out to Memphis 10. Always holding it down. So yes, let's rock and roll with it. Don Tripp, let's get it. 8.
All right, now let's get into it, man. God damn. listen. Let me shout out the nigga that put me on Don Tripp. Let me shout out DJ Coke and Crown, because every time Don Tripp or Zero came out, he will definitely text me, say, yo, listen to this album. So the first time I listened to Don Tripp is in 2011. The song Letter to My Son with CeeLo Green. That is a great song. It's a classic. All right. So I've been listening to this dude since 2011. And let's get to this album. This album, I'm gonna just tell you, I gave this album a 6.5, and I really want to give it a 4 just hearing y'all speak. This is touching the bottom, if not the worst album I've heard of him. It's not that it's trash.
Oh,
It's just this nigga has a lot of body of work to compare this to, and I really feel like this nigga is fatigued. He has dropped an album every month over a year. This nigga's fatigued. And it's so I can't say he's whack because he's not whack. But this, if you comparing his albums, this is not it. They're not coming from him. Maybe from somebody else, I would have said an 8. Not from fucking Don Tripp. This don't compare to none of the Step Brothers. It don't compare to Terminator. No. Gorilla, no.
What's wrong with it?
It's not good. It's not good. For his standard, it's not good. That's like, and like I was telling DJ Coke Crown, that's like when Zero dropped Cocaine, and then he came out with the crack mixtape and the heroin and all these others, Benjamin Franklin, and all that other stuff he was doing. Nothing was touching cocaine. You set the bar, and a lot of times when you set the bar, you start going under that bar. You start doing yourself a disservice. And I'm not saying he doing himself a disservice. I just don't like the album because I've heard so many better albums. And there was a few skips. Like, I don't like that, what was that list of things to do or whatever that love song he tried to make? That was crap.
That was dope.
That was dope. Crap. That was trash. That nigga has made so many better songs. I mean, like I said, I think the nigga's fatigued. Maybe some of these songs just didn't make the cut on other albums, but I'm not saying he's trash. Let me say that again for like the third or fifth time, because that nigga is probably coded in most favorite niggas, biggest favorite artists. That nigga's cold. Like that "Walk 'Em Down" song, yeah, he chose the right song to kick it off with. But just listening to this album, it wasn't a good one. It wasn't. I won't never play it again. I will never play it again. It's just not that good.
It's in the rotation.
Can't. I can give you so many better albums that he's done.
I think you're comparing. I think it's two different things though, because those albums that you named were even the Starlito and or the Step Brother album. I don't think it's better than that. But those albums that you named are like his younger work, and he's more on the street side of this. I mean, this.
That's why I said I think he's fatigued. It's not but he's always been on that grown man. He's always been on that time. He's ever since I heard A Letter to My Son, that was about him being a grown man. Like,
understood, but the whole album is that. I haven't heard a whole album of that from.
Don Tripp has always been on his business when it comes to his kids, his family, his life. He always has that.
He has that element to it, yes, but he don't have a whole album of that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's old. You can listen to Terminator. So he's always coming. His whole persona is, I'm this man.
Right.
I've sold the work. I did this, but I'm this man. But if you want this man, you will get this man. You do this to get this. I'm cool. I'm cool until I'm provoked. That's on every album. Every album, I'm cool until I'm provoked. I'm a quiet nigga until I'm provoked. You know what I'm saying? That's his whole spiel. I'm just saying this album right here is just not it. As far as when I listen to it, and I'm thinking of a Don Tripp album, it's kind of like listening to Jadakiss. You know Jadakiss is coming with the bars. You know he's going to have a couple songs that's going to go. But as far as straight work, like I said, I can't say it's trash. That's why I said a 6.5. It's just when it comes to his work, it's just not even meeting his own level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it has to be better. It's just not at the same standard that he usually even cuts. I mean, I'm pretty sure his homeboy Starlito would say the same thing, bro. You got to be fatigued because you put out way too much work this year and last year. I'm just saying. It's no disrespect, but nah. Especially when you got a title of the album, "Forgiveness is God's Job." The album cover is crazy. I'm thinking like, oh, it's up. It's up for niggas. But it wasn't. It was not. Not at all. Not trash. It's just not Don Tripp level. That's all I'm saying. It's not. 6.5.
What would you give it?
6.5. And because y'all rated it so high, I want to give that motherfucker a 4. But I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna keep it at 6.5.
Give it a 10.
Yeah,
That motherfucker
I'm
deserves a
definitely
2 if you say 10.
definitely coming back. I might get this. This sounds better than
Yeah.
This sounds better than your boy from Chicago's album. I can't even think of his damn name right now.
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah,
But Don Tripp's a better rapper than Chance the Rapper.
but the whole body of work we all gave
I
Chance
mean,
the
he
Rapper
got albums. He got albums that is
we
better than
gave
Chance
him
the Rapper.
we gave him a 7
I
or
like them
higher
both.
than Chance the Rapper album, and you just said that this album is better than Chance the Rapper and gave it a 6.5.
No.
That
I
don't
didn't
make
say
no
this
sense.
album. I said this nigga. I ain't talking about
Oh,
this nigga. I ain't talking about this album. I said
You-
he is a better rapper than Chance the Rapper. He is.
Oh, okay.
He's a better rapper than half the nigga. I mean, fuck half the. Listen, Don Tripp, skill wise, fuck how he looks. The nigga looks like that's a wild looking nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a hood nigga. He like him and Zero are top 10, top 20 type nigga of all time. They're never going to get because they don't fit the mold of what the industry wants to see. There ain't too many niggas fucking with these niggas on these tracks. And I know these niggas ain't spitting metaphors and all this. Well,
Don was getting
Don
busy.
Tripp.
He
Don
got
Tripp.
busy.
And so can Zero. So I'm
nigga
misspeaking
said,
right there.
I get you hit by accident if I pocket down.
Oh,
No, facts. No, listen, I'm trying to tell you,
Shout
that
out to
nigga's
Don.
top 10. He's top 10 of all time. I'm telling Jay-Z, all that, like, but he just don't get the look because he's an underground rapper. That nigga he's always been that nice. I mean, back when he was doing the creaky, his ad-lib was the door creak. He was hard, bro. He's always been hard, but him and Zero, like I said, I will put them niggas top 20 of all time. Like among everybody. The only reason why they don't get mentioned is because they're not among everybody. You know, there's underground. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, nigga. Who ain't listening to motherfucking Zero? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Some of these unsung heroes, like your boy Aubrey Graham, takes all day from niggas like Zero. A lot of niggas do, but you don't know it because if you're not listening to these people, you're not really realizing, and there's not enough people to advocate for these people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mention them because what's the point? It's just going to be my opinion versus the masses. So yes, Don Tripp is better than Chance the Rapper. It's not even close. It's not.
But you don't think this album is better than Chance's album?
No, hell no. That was just no. Chance's album was kind of masterful. No, and I didn't even rate it that good. But no, that'd be disrespectful to Chance, bro. Let me ask you, Jay, is this album better than Chance the Rapper's album?
I think they're both good. I mean, because I like them both.
But
You know, I
which
wouldn't
album's
put
better?
them in damn, that's tough. Depending on what you want to go for. If you want to go for commercial like, I would say Chance the Rapper. But if you just want to go for popping in your shit, just riding around through the streets, I'm gonna go with Don Tripp.
That's good description. You're right about that. You're right. And that's the kind of artist Don Tripp is. Him and Starlito. That's the kind of artist they are. You ain't gonna look at Starlito and Don Tripp. Like, I'm not gonna compare Step Brothers album to Drake and Wayne doing an album. I wouldn't compare the two because you can't. They don't even make the same kind of music. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very true statement.
Plus, I think the chemistry is a lot better between Don Tripp and Starlito, with Don Tripp and Starlito, than with Wayne and Drake. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I would say yeah. They are on the intro. I mean, I don't know. Because when those two, Drake and Wayne, get on the track together, that shit do be kind of crazy sometimes. But that ain't never happening. It does be crazy. That ain't never happening again. But yo, shout out to Starlito, who used to be on Cash Money, and Lil Wayne kind of, people don't realize that it's going down. Basement. People don't even realize who started that. That was Starlito when he's on Cash Money. All the Cash Money stole that shit. Nicki, Drake, Wayne. That nigga Starlito is the one that started that whole metaphor. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Starlito. He don't even get recognized. And that's back when his name was All Star.
Yep.
So shout out to him. I forgot about that.
Straight out of Cash Bid.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. People don't even realize how that metaphor occurred. It happened when Yo Gotti helped. Yo Gotti used to fuck with All Star, Starlito, and he got him signed. That was part of the deal. While how Birdman gave Gotti the deal, he had to sign over All Star, Starlito. And that was part of the deal. And what happened is, what people don't realize, when you get signed, you're part of the farm where they farm the music from. And so, like, if you ever hear about Drake and The Weeknd, that's why The Weeknd didn't sign with Drake, because Drake was going to farm his next albums off The Weeknd. And that's what happened to Starlito. For a while there, Starlito was dissing Cash Money. He never dissed Gotti, even though he wanted to, but he was dissing Cash Money. And that's another reason why Young Buck from G Unit was dissing Cash Money. People don't really know that. So I'm going to shed some light on that, being from Kentucky. Boom. But in other news, you know what I mean? Shout out to the DJ again, you know what I'm saying, for that one. Because he was getting drops from Starlito and all that shit too.
Young Dolph too.
Facts. All right, Jay. Go ahead and kick it. Mass Appeal. They got a deal with Marvel.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this and call it continuance of excellence. Shout out to Nasir. He did it again. I spoke on him last week about the casino. And this week I'm gonna speak on him about Mass Appeal having a connect junction with Marvel Comics. For all my comic book heads out there, Nasir is doing a comic book called Legend Has It, and the characters are rappers in this, and he plans on dropping this the 10th of this month at the New York City Comic Con. So I'm real ecstatic about that. I got to see this. I want to see how this does, because I'm a comic book head, and he's with Marvel, so I'm a definitely Marvel head. So shout outs to Mr. Nasir.
Hold on. Jay, we gotta ask a question. Solowski, does this change your perception on DC and Marvel?
Oh yeah.
Nah, it don't.
When you see Batman,
I think it's dope though. I definitely appreciate it. Like we talked about offline, that somebody did this a long time ago with the album covers with the vinyls in New York, and I thought that was dope. I was too young to get that, but I think this is gonna be dope. I think it's something that should have been done. It should be like a recurring theme, you know what I'm saying? It should be like a, once a year, maybe we do the best, New York artists, because again, from my understanding, it started like that in New York. So, we do the best New York artists and make them into superheroes and stuff like that on a occurrence of, every year doing it like that. And I think that'd be dope for, you to give to your kids and stuff like that. I mean, just looking at what I've seen so far from it, this is gonna be serious, So shout out to the joint venture, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy. So, but DC is family, you know what I'm saying?
What?
So,
Whoa. Hold up.
Nas, I got DC family. DC family. I ain't got no pictures of Nas in my house. Batman though. This might be the third picture. Batman. Being honest. Family.
You got a picture of Nas in your house, so
no, I don't.
Keep it there. We're gonna keep it there.
I know what you're saying, but that's not that neither. That's crazy. I'm glad you didn't take it to where you thought you were gonna take it to, but that's crazy. I know. DNA test and all. That's crazy. Yo, what in the world?
But You know. Are you going to support though?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen.
So you're going to buy the comics?
Yeah. Listen,
Okay.
we can. Let me not, get anybody confused. I am DC to the core, but I am a anime, cartoon watcher. You know, so I support Marvel. I don't know if I got any Marvel movies, but yeah, I like watching Marvel and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against it. Now, if they do something crazy, you know what I'm saying, we got to fall back and, you know what I'm saying, call the Justice League because, Marvel can't handle everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, where's Superman at? You know what I'm saying? We're Batman.
Yo, speaking on that, bro. Listen, I'm telling y'all, all comic book heads, like real comic book heads. I ain't talking about the people that watch these movies, man. Go watch the Fantastic Four, bro. Go watch the Fantastic Four. It leaves you wanting more. It's not at all what people are telling you. And I try to watch Superman. I actually bought it. I'm gonna sit down and watch this movie. And I couldn't really watch it though. The director really had too much going on in there. I'm not gonna lie. For me, it was too many villains. He was fighting. It was really too many villains. I'm thinking, like, what the hell? Is this a Superman movie or a Justice League movie? It was. Did you find it like that, Los? It was kind of like.
Yeah, I found it like it was a Superman
it was all over
movie.
the place.
You gotta think like, and I forgot how it starts out, but Superman had been there, and that's why you gotta take it back and watch it again because Superman had been there for a while now, and they ain't never seen Superman lose to a fight. You see what I'm saying? So when you go look at it, he's fighting all these creatures. Let's be clear, but really he's fighting Lex Luthor. See, I don't know how far you got in the movie. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
Lex Luthor was leaking them mugs in. That's why I thought it was ingenious because again, like we talked about, there's no back, you know what I'm saying? There's no like, the origin story to it. It's just like, Superman's here. Just like if we were watching a cartoon.
No,
you know what
I
I'm saying?
get it, but
He's here.
Yeah, I got to go back and try to watch it because I couldn't watch it. It was just too much all over the place, and I was with the wife and kids, man. So I got to really focus. I was on my phone. I was like,
oh no, man, hey,
I couldn't focus. It was too much going on, bro. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? So my bad for taking it off track. But we talking about superheroes, and you already know where we go on this one. But
for sure.
Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Don Trip, I gave it a 6. Y'all gave it an 8. Shout out to Don Trip. Keep putting out music, man. Get some rest and put out a dope album, man.
Third album this year.
Memphis, period, man. Let me do this real quick. Shout out to Memphis, man. As knee high to a June bug at Memphis hip hop was always around when I was growing up, man. From the 3-6 to the DJ Squeakies to the Tommy Wrights to the Gangsta Pats, Gangsta Blacks to the Tom Ski Mask. Everybody back in the G in the 90s who came up out of Memphis has been a very, very, very big influence to me. So I want to shout out to Memphis. Never been there before, would love to go there. But shout out to Memphis, man. Keep up the good work. Yeah, keep pumping out them artists y'all got, man. Glorilla, everybody, man. Just everybody out of Memphis, man. I just want to shout out Memphis, man.
Yeah.
For real. They came a long way, and they deserve every prop given to them, man. That city's thing came a long way with this music shit. This hip hop shit. This hip hop shit. They didn't came a long way. Made their own lane and everything. Shout out Memphis.
Shout out Memphis. I definitely want to troll their ass just because you said that, but they were very influential on my upbringing. You know what I'm saying?
You damn right they was.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to troll just because you just giving the hella praise to these damn niggas. The shout out to motherfucking Kentucky, nigga. How about that? But
shout out KY. Shout out KY.
But
without no Memphis hip hop, there'd be no Kentucky boy. Yeah,
we ain't gonna shit on Bone like that, dog. I ain't gonna let you do that, dog. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why it's really it was on my spirit. Because listen, without Bone, there ain't no Memphis. Without Memphis, there ain't no me.
Huh?
Ain't no me.
Didn't say that.
There ain't no me without Memphis. I ain't no front. Without Bone, there won't be no Memphis.
That's a conversation for another day.
I mean, no, there would be Memphis. Let me not front.
Okay,
but
all right.
Let me not front. But 3-6 really did put they got themselves on the map with that Bone.
I know what you
they
mean.
really did.
that Bone diss. Once Memphis started dissing Bone,
I can't let them dish my
Yeah,
guys. And
I
me
know
not
what you mean.
but
talk
that's
about my
but that's
guys.
the original thing again. So I don't know.
Hey,
Hey, keep pushing out, guys. You know, and put to the South. Keep putting
mhm,
y'all guys, y'all stars on the map, man. Y'all gotta push it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We gonna call out what we think is good, but y'all gotta push it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Because
that's
if
true.
not, it's just gonna become a circular thing, and that music gonna stay right there, which is fine if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? But nah, y'all gotta push that music out, man.
No
yes, please
facts.
do. And if it's yeah, please do, because we'll surely get on here and big you up. Definitely
For
will.
sure.
And always
Okay.
like and subscribe, like we always ask. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the
And,
button.
and thank y'all for locking in with us.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Staying
Yes,
10
sir.
toes down.
This is This Mike on podcast? And we out.
Yes, sir.